You've heard about feminine and masculine energy, yet it can feel unclear, even confusing. Are they genders? Are you meant to embody both? Do you need more of one and less of the other? If you've been unsure how to align with these energies or feel stuck in imbalance, this is where it shifts. You'll find clarity in the true essence of each and uncover how balance brings a grounded, magnetic presence to your life. So, how do we understand the energies? Masculine and feminine energies are not about being male or female. They are universal forces within all of us, regardless of gender. Every soul carries both. When these energies are misunderstood, it creates imbalance, where you might overgive, underact, or feel disconnected from your center. Understanding them as complementary rather than opposing shifts everything. You begin to embody wholeness. Feminine energy is flowing, intuitive, and receptive. It nurtures and feels and allows. It's the space that holds potential, the quiet whisper, and the inward pull. And masculine energy is structured and directed in focus. It plans, it protects, and moves forward. It's the outward action, the holder of space. And together they form a rhythm of being and doing. And when you honor both, your life feels more complete. Many of us live in an imbalance. You may be constantly doing or planning or pushing and living in the masculine without pause. Or you might find yourself waiting, dreaming, but never taking action, floating in the feminine without anchoring. Neither is wrong, but without balance, you become stuck. That's why this awareness is so powerful. It helps you see what's needed next. I used to feel confused about which one I needed more. And the truth is, it changes. Some days ask for stillness, others for courage. And when you begin noticing which energy you're leading with and which one's calling for attention, you become your own healer. This is where energetic alignment begins, not by choosing one, but by embracing both. Recognizing these energies in your thoughts and your choices and your relationships helps you reconnect to your core. It gives language to your intuition and logic, to your need for softness and strength. You are not meant to suppress one to value the other. Your power is in leaning to honor them equally, letting each energy guide you when the time is right. So feminine energy is where intuition lives. It's the space of receiving, of allowing the unknown to unfold with grace. It's soft yet powerful, like the moon pulling the tide. And when you awaken your feminine, you return to a deeper rhythm, a slower pace that listens more than it speaks. This energy is not weak. It's the soil where creativity and insight grow. You've likely been taught to override this softness, to keep going, to prove your worth through effort. But feminine isn't measured by productivity. It's measured by presence. And when you allow yourself to be rather than do, you step into the sacred space. You feel more, sense more, and heal through being witnessed. This is the gift of the feminine. In my own journey, reconnecting to this part of myself felt like coming home. I gave myself permission to rest, to cry, to create without needing outcomes. I stopped needing to explain my knowing and instead began trusting it. Feminine energy invites you to slow down and ask, how does this feel? What am I truly craving? It opens doors not through force, but through magnetism. To awaken this essence, begin by nurturing yourself. Set time aside to do nothing. Listen to music that moves you. Dance freely. Take slow walks. Honor your cycles. Use water rituals like bath or tea, even placing hands over the art with intention. Surround yourself with beauty, with softness. Your feminine rises when you feel safe to feel again. You might also notice this energy when you support others with compassion, when you intuitively know what's needed, or when you're creating something that feels sacred. It's not always grand, it's often quiet, but it's deeply transformative. In a world that prizes doing, embodying being is radical, and it brings peace you may have forgotten you were allowed to feel. The more you honor the feminine, the more it will guide you. She doesn't demand, she waits to be welcomed. When you do, your life begins to unfold with more grace, more depth, and more alignment with your inner knowing. So masculine energy often gets misrepresented. It's not about control or domination. It's the sacred container that allows the feminine to flourish. It's the structure, the protector, the one that steps forward with clarity. Its presence, purpose, and direction. When you activate your masculine, you'll give your intuition something to land on and express through. Where the feminine asks, what do I feel? The masculine asks, what will I do? It takes inspired thoughts and turns them into action. It sets boundaries, makes decisions, and stands tall in integrity. Without this energy, dreams remain dreams. It's the bridge between vision and manifestation. That's why it's not just important, it's essential. I found my own masculine energy when I decided to show up for myself with consistency. I stopped waiting to feel ready. I made plans, took steps, and held myself accountable. It didn't mean pushing or striving. It meant honoring my commitments with devotion. That's the healthy masculine. Steady, respectful, clear. It moves with purpose, not pressure. You can awaken this energy by setting routines that support your flow. Choose one action a day that brings a goal closer. Create boundaries where you need space. Speak your truth clearly. The masculine shows up in moments where you act from love, not fear. Where you honor the part of you that says, I will protect this vision. It also appears in your ability to hold yourself through discomfort. When you stand tall in decisions that serve you, even when they're hard. When you support someone by being present, not fixing. This presence is magnetic. It gives your energy direction. It moves your feminine from feeling into fruition. Balance doesn't mean becoming less soft. It means being strong enough to support your softness. When your masculine and feminine are both honored, you become grounded and intuitive, focused and receptive. This is the strength that feels safe, the action that feels aligned, and it changes the way you walk through the world. So balance begins with awareness. When you know which energy you're leaning into more, you can start bringing the other in. Most people live lopsided, either always giving, planning, and doing, or always waiting, feeling, and dreaming. Neither extreme feels good. You feel either burned out or lost. Balance is the bridge back to wholeness. I began this practice by noticing my tendency. If I was overthinking, over-planning, or constantly moving, I brought in softness, such as walks, stillness, music. If I felt stagnant, overly emotional, or stuck in indecision, I activated structure, journaling goals, making plans, moving my body. The aim wasn't to fix, but to restore. Start with a check-in each day. Ask yourself, am I feeling more in my feminine or masculine today? Then ask, what does my energy need more of? If you're feeling overwhelmed, the feminine may be calling. If you're feeling ungrounded, the masculine might be needed. This isn't a judgment, it's a gentle rebalancing. You can also work with your breath. Deep, receptive breathing invites the feminine. Sharp, energizing breath work awakens the masculine. Movement matters too. Flowing yoga activates feminine energy. Strength training or structured practices call in the masculine. Let your body guide the recalibration. Creating rituals that honor both energies builds daily harmony. For example, set a clear intention, masculine, and then sit in meditation to receive, feminine. Plan your week, masculine, then allow room for spontaneity, feminine. Express yourself through art, then share that creation with structure. Let both parts of you work as a team. You're not meant to be 50-50 all the time. Your balance is unique and shifts depending on your season. What matters is that you know how to come back to center. When both energies are honored, you stop fighting yourself. You feel aligned, more focused and free. This is balance, not just spirituality, but in every part of your life. So living in energetic harmony means you stop over-identifying with either extreme. You lead with awareness and flow with purpose. When you live this way, people feel it. You become magnetic and trustworthy and deeply centered. Your energy isn't fighting itself. It's flowing as a whole. This isn't something you achieve once. It's something you return to again and again. I live in this harmony by letting both energies speak. If my body says rest, I listen. If my spirit says act, I move. I honor intuition, but also structure. I receive guidance that makes decisions based on that guidance. I allow emotions, then create plans to support healing. It's a dance. Some days more sway, others more stillness. To live in harmony Let your choices reflect both energies. Speak truth, but with softness. Act boldly, but from a place of clarity. Don't just visualize your dreams, take steps to meet them. Don't just work for outcomes, make space to receive joy along the way. Blend your inner leader with your inner healer. You can infuse harmony into how you work, how you love, and how you lead. Lead a project with clear vision and emotional awareness. Hold a friend with compassion and firm boundaries. Love with vulnerability and courage. When you bring both energies to relationships, they deepen. When you bring both to creativity, it becomes richer. You stop choosing between parts of yourself. This harmony doesn't always look calm. Sometimes it looks like setting a bold boundary or choosing rest when others are pushing forward. But it always feels like truth. It feels like alignment. You know when you're living from this space, life becomes less effort and more expansion. You're not reacting, you're creating. Energetic harmony is one of the most beautiful things you can cultivate. It's not about being more masculine or more feminine. It's about being more you, the real you, the one who trusts, the one who acts, the one who feels, and the one who leads, and the one who receives. And in that space, you don't just balance energy, you become it.